When two souls stop reaching out, something powerful begins beneath the surface, not in words, but in energy. In the stillness between two people, truth quietly reveals itself. Silence becomes a mirror that reflects what was real and what was merely a habit. In Zen philosophy, silence is not an absence, it is a presence. It carries weight, clarity, and unseen communication. When two people stop contacting each other, the universe does not interpret it as loss, it interprets it as balance being restored. Buddhist teachings tell us that attachment fuels suffering. And most attachments are not love, they are dependence disguised as connection. When contact stops, the illusion breaks. What remains is the reality of who is centered and who is lost without the other. This is not a game of who cares less. It is a revelation of who understands peace. Why silence feels like punishment. For most, silence feels like rejection, as if being ignored means being unworthy. But Zen masters see silence differently. It is the space where emotions are purified and illusions fall away. In Buddhism, silence is the sound of self-reflection. The ego screams for attention, but the spirit seeks stillness. When communication ends, the ego panics, because it feeds on constant validation. But silence starves the ego, and in starvation, it reveals its weakness. Those who can endure silence grow stronger. Those who run from it become slaves to noise. When both stop contacting each other, it is not cruelty, it is nature realigning. It is the invisible hand of karma resetting energy. The law of energy withdrawal. Zen teachings say, energy flows where attention goes. When two people withdraw their attention, energy stops feeding emotional chaos. What once was fueled by reaction now begins to die from neglect. When you stop contacting someone, you remove the oxygen from emotional fire. What burns out was never meant to last. What remains steady even in silence is true connection. In Buddhist understanding, detachment is not indifference, it is wisdom. It means you no longer depend on another's words to define your peace. You understand that your happiness is not built in their hands. When both withdraw, balance returns. The one who is chasing finds rest. The one who is running faces stillness. The mirror effect of no contact. Silence creates a mirror. Whatever emotions each person truly holds within start to rise to the surface. One may feel peace, another may feel guilt. One may feel relief. Another may feel loss. This is the essence of karma. Every being meets itself in silence. Zen monks often meditate not to escape emotion, but to face it. In the absence of noise, the truth of the heart cannot hide. When both stop contacting each other, each becomes a reflection for the other. Those who acted from love will feel peace. Those who acted from ego will feel discomfort. The silence between you becomes a teacher, one that never lies. When the ego starts losing control. At first, both feel strong, no one wants to reach out first. But slowly, The ego begins to crumble. The ego hates silence because it cannot manipulate it. It cannot twist or defend. It thrives on argument, validation, and attention. Silence gives it nothing. In Buddhism, the ego is called Mara, the deceiver, the tempter of the mind. It whispers, text them first. Prove your worth. Make them regret leaving. But Zen wisdom says, observe the whisper. Do not obey it. When you can sit through the discomfort of silence without acting on impulse, your soul evolves. You are no longer a prisoner of emotional reaction. When distance creates awareness. When both stop contacting each other, something interesting happens. Clarity begins to rise. Distance does not kill real bonds, it kills illusions. The fog of emotions begins to clear, and you start seeing things as they are, not as you wish them to be. You realize what was love and what was attachment. You realize who respected your energy and who only consumed it. In Zen philosophy, stepping back is not giving up. It is an act of wisdom. It means you stop trying to control outcomes and allow truth to reveal itself through stillness. Sometimes, silence answers what words never could. The spiritual game shift. When both go silent, the game truly changes. What was once emotional tug-of-war becomes a battle of inner strength. The one who seeks external control begins to lose power, while the one rooted in inner peace begins to rise. Zen monks call this returning to center. You stop chasing balance outside and begin to create it within. In Buddhist understanding, those who cling lose, and those who release find. When you release, you reclaim energy. When you detach, you gain clarity. And suddenly, the dynamic shifts. The one who was ignored starts noticing the absence. The one who was needy starts glowing. The game turns spiritual. The karma of silence. Silence holds karmic power. It allows both souls to face their actions without interference. If one mistreated the other, silence becomes their mirror of regret. If one was pure in intent, silence becomes their garden of peace. Karma works quietly, it doesn't need revenge or explanation. The one who did wrong will feel the weight of absence. The one who acted with love will be guided toward better paths. In Buddhism, karma is not punishment. It is correction. Silence simply allows that correction to unfold without ego's interference. When they start thinking about you again. When communication stops, energy does not disappear, it transforms. If you were deeply connected, your absence begins to echo in their mind. Thoughts begin to revisit moments of truth, mistakes, and missed chances. Zen wisdom teaches that when your energy becomes still, others feel it. Because spiritual silence radiates, it is not emptiness, it is fullness. They begin to wonder why you no longer react, why you no longer chase, why peace seems to surround you now. That curiosity becomes their awakening, or their lesson. Silence becomes your loudest statement. The reversal of power. In the beginning, silence feels like weakness. But as time passes, it becomes strength. The one who controlled through emotional games loses power when attention is gone. The one who suffered from attachment becomes empowered through peace. In Zen teachings, true power is quiet. It does not seek to dominate, it simply remains unshaken. When you both stop contacting each other, the control shifts from emotional reaction to spiritual strength. And that shift cannot be reversed, because once you know the taste of peace, chaos no longer attracts you. The return or the realization. After a period of silence, two things may happen, either reconciliation or realization. Reconciliation happens when both have grown. Realization happens when only one has evolved. Zen wisdom says, if you meet again after silence, meet with awareness, not attachment. See if the connection serves peace or stirs suffering. If they return but their energy remains the same, walk away with gratitude. They were the lesson. If silence leads you to peace, stay there. Because true peace is not loneliness, it is freedom. Buddhist teachings remind us, when you learn to be complete alone, love becomes a choice, not a necessity. When you both stop contacting each other, life teaches what no conversation ever could. You realize love does not always need words, and closure does not always come from others. It comes from understanding. Zen masters often say, when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Meaning, when you stop forcing outcomes, the universe naturally balances what was unbalanced. The game changes not because you played it better, but because you stopped playing. You transcended the need to win or lose. You learned to let go, to trust silence, and to return to your center, and that is where true peace begins. If this message touched your heart, let it remind you that silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. When you master the art of letting go, life starts speaking in miracles. So, stay rooted in peace. Let karma unfold its justice. Let silence do the talking. If you found meaning in this teaching, support the journey of Zen and Buddhist wisdom by subscribing, sharing this video, and leaving your reflection in the comments. Your silence may just awaken someone else's truth.